city council members and to Mayor Burcroft, to the deputy clerk, administrative staff, to our attorney, Steve Hitchcock, and listening audience, if there's someone that's not part of the administration that's logged on. Today's date is Monday, March the 29th, 2021, and this is the City of Romulus special meeting of the City Council. The purpose of this meeting is to discuss a resolution declaring a local state of emergency. This meeting is being held electronically via the Zoom meeting telecommunication platform. Tonight's meeting ID number is 223-077-8573. And this meeting is being held pursuant to Public Act 254 of 2020 and the remote participation in public meetings policy adopted by City Council on December 28, 2020 by resolution number 20-355. Members of the public wishing to participate in this meeting may do so by phone or online from the Zoom meeting application. To join the meeting by phone, call 1-646-558-8656. When prompted, enter the meeting ID number followed by the pound sign. During the public comment portion of the meeting, the raise hand method will be used to address City Council. Citizens may also submit written comments by email to publiccomment@romulusgov.com before the end of public comment. And at this time, we will have roll call. Councilwoman Abdo.
Here.
Councilman Barton.
Here.
Councilwoman Roscoe.
Here.
Councilwoman Talley.
Here.
Councilman Wadsworth.
Here.
Councilwoman Webb.
Here.
And Councilwoman Williams.
Here.
Mr. Chair, we have a quorum for this special meeting.
Thank you, Madam Clerk.
Tonight's special meeting agenda is as follows. Number one, roll call. Number two, agenda. Number three, discussion, consideration of the state of emergency. Number four, approval of a no-fee permit request for the annual Good Friday Walk. Number five, public comment. And number six, adjournment. And a motion would be in order to accept the special meeting agenda as presented.
So moved to accept the special meeting agenda as presented.
Support. Been motioned by Ms. Talley, supported by Mr. Wadsworth, to accept the motion for the special meeting agenda as presented. Ms. Talley,
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth,
Yes.
Ms. Williams,
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe,
Yes.
Ms. Abdo,
Yes.
Ms. Webb.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Number three, we're now in discussion regarding consideration of the state of emergency. And I am going to assume that our city attorney is going to lead this discussion. Am I correct?
I'll tell you, I was planning to start off and then we'll turn it over to Steve for any questions, if that's okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I wasn't
okay.
sure. I just wasn't certain.
Thanks everybody for coming together for a special meeting. I appreciate that. Glad that we had the fifth Monday. What we are, as we talked about prior, this is a opportunity for an action to extend our emergency order, which will allow us, based on the Open Meetings Act that we talked about. You got an email that there was not action by the legislature. So what I wanted to present to you tonight is a recommendation from Steve Hitchcock, our city attorney, and to concur with the administration, adopt the attached resolution to declare a local state of emergency and authorize the city to conduct city council, board, and commission meetings, committee meetings electronically in accordance with the Open Meetings Act through June 30th of 21. And if there's any questions, Steve can chime in.
Are you looking for us to make the resolution right now?
Sure. Yes, please.
Right.
Okay, so move then.
Support.
It's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Mrs. Webb, for a resolution declaring a local state of emergency. Any discussion?
I would ask the attorney to maybe, expand on it a little bit, Steve.
Sure. Mrs. Hertel, who's now the director of the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services, just last week, so was indicating that the number of daily cases is going up in Michigan. The percentage of those that are tested, that are testing positive, is going back up again. And there's hospitalizations that are going back up. And she concluded and extended to April 19th that there's still a pandemic in place in this state, and that continue to limit any meetings indoors to 25 persons, which would certainly be very difficult for you to have a indoor meeting live and limited to 25 persons when you really can't control who might want to attend that meeting from the citizens of the city. So that, along with the fact that last week, Commission in Wayne County declared an emergency for Wayne County and is going to continue their meetings by electronic means until June 30th. You have before you a resolution to do the same thing, to have a declaration of the city continues to be in a state of emergency based upon, the numbers that are occurring in the disease and the pandemic that's occurring, and the extension of the order by Mrs. Hertel and the order by the county commissioners. This would allow you to, if you declare the emergency, to continue to do electronic meetings under the Open Meetings Act. The only thing that would change was when you do the roll call for future meetings, when you say you're present, you're also going to have to identify where you're at. That's part of the Open Meetings Act. After the first initial period expired, that you have to announce your location.
Just that they're in the city, correct, Steve?
Yes, you're in the,
You don't need to give your address or anything, but
no, you can just say you're in the city of Romulus. Or if you're somewhere else, where you're at. So based on all of that, I think it makes a lot of sense to pass this resolution, and I certainly would recommend it to you.
All right. I have one more question, John.
Okay.
I guess this would be to Mayor Burkroft. This doesn't affect the daily operations of our city as it's been going in the past, does it?
no, we're still operating within the restrictions that are put out by the CDC and the Wayne County Health Department. So for example, today we had some face-to-face meetings in the chamber, but we have to stay distanced. We have to keep the same protocol. It's a self-screening at the door at City Hall. So we're keeping that same, we're not lightening up on any of the protocol, but we're keeping that in place. So I would say yes, business as usual under the COVID world.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Welcome.
I have one quick question for the mayor. The meetings that you have, does this just involve employees or your department heads, or will there be other meetings going on?
We've still had some face-to-face. Again, they're limited just because of the distancing. So kind of tough, but we have had, for example, today was a developer, but it was a small enough number and we could spread out. It's not just staff, it is outsiders, and we are open for business at all our locations. So people can come in, they do have to sign in and self-check.
No, that's great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other discussion?
Yeah. Yes, Mr. Barton, Councilwoman Williams, she has her hand raised.
Ms. Williams?
It's not pertaining to this. I would just like to know, is this a normal process in a special meeting that we don't have discussion?
No, you can have discussion in special meeting.
No, I just wanted to know because it wasn't on the agenda. So I wanted to make sure that after this is voted on, will it still be discussion?
Yeah, I think this is item 3 discussion, correct, to the clerk?
Yes, we're in discussion.
Right.
Yeah, we're in discussion now. Mhm.
Okay, so since we're in discussion, I just wanted to ask the mayor, would we continue, since we're doing the state of emergency, to extend the time of the electronic meetings, will we still do the, no water shut off also?
Yeah, that's still in place. We talked about that today. We're actually looking at what grants are available to get reimbursed for that. So we have a team working on that right now.
Okay, well, thank you.
Welcome.
Is there
Miss-
any other discussion?
Yes, Mr. Chair, just for clarification on that. So
Okay.
this resolution isn't dealing with the water shut off, just for
No.
us to, okay,
Correct.
I just so we can make sure our notes are right. That's all. I just want to
Right.
make
This
sure.
this resolution is really for Open Meetings Act for all boards. and
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, great.
Through the
Thank
chair,
you. Mhm.
Welcome.
Yes.
yeah, I have a question. With
Okay.
the, just for clarity for me, with water moratoriums, who funds that? I know you just said something about grants. If we don't have grants, how are they funded?
They're funded by us if we don't have
And-
grants.
So
There-
the residents are paying for it if we don't get grant funding.
Right, yeah, the first round, there was a reimbursement. I can't say that it went without hiccups at the state level, so that's what they're clarifying now for us. There are some other grants, and the intent is to help communities cover that. So once we get those details, we'll let you know, but this action is just specifically for us, allow us to meet electronically. But our intention is to try to be as compassionate to all our residents.
No, I got you. I just wanted to be clear. I know that's not what we're talking about tonight, but since it came up, I just want to make
Sure.
sure how those were funded and who pays for those. No, thank you.
Yeah, so pretty clearly, if there's not any other state programs or grant programs, we would have to fund it.
That's what, right, the
right.
residents. Okay.
I have
Yeah.
a question.
Any other discussion?
Yes,
Ms.
Miss
Roscoe?
Roscoe. Mhm.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes, so I know this is isn't what the meeting is about, the water shutoffs, but when we're talking about we're not shutting people's water off, that is totally different than forgiving their water bill debt. Am I correct? I mean, they still owe their balances. We're just not shutting their water off. We're making arrangements or whatever we're doing. And then if they can find, if they're eligible, then we can, we're looking for avenues that way. Am I correct? I mean, because
Yeah,
I
we
don't want
pay-
people to get misunderstood,
Sure.
think that their bills are automatically going away.
No, they're two separate things. So shut-offs are just that, shut-offs. So that has been halted. But as far as the, bills that are outstanding, there was a program for the state where they were offering some grants to help with those. So that was in place. Part of the discussion we had is we're trying to clarify, are they gonna continue to have some programs like that? Or is it, again, gonna be where it stays on the individual's bill and they make arrangements, which we've always tried to do. So they're really two separate topics. And I didn't plan to bring any action tonight on those other than we're trying to look at what options are out there, obviously, to fund it. If the state has grants and programs where they'll cover us on the forgiveness, like we did before, we'll be offering that up. But I don't have that confirmed.
Wanted to clarify that. Thank
Sure.
you.
Is there any other comments? If there's no more comments, it was motion by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Webb, for a resolution declaring a local state of emergency. Mr. Wadsworth,
Yes.
Mrs. Webb,
Yes.
Ms. Williams,
Yes.
Ms. Talley,
Yes.
Ms. Abdo,
yes,
Ms. Roscoe.
Yes,
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you.
Number 4, sorry. Number 4, request approval of a no-fee permit for the annual Good Friday Walk.
here, I'll make that motion to approve the no fee permit for the annual Good Friday Walk this Friday. Or
Been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Williams, for approval of the no-fee permit for the annual Good Friday's Walk. Any discussion?
Yes, through the chair.
Yes, Ms. Talley?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Barton. Just a couple of notes of items of note on the memo you have. Miss Ellen was given some wrong information, so I just want to verify the times with everybody. The walk will gather at the historical park at 10:45 on Good Friday, and the walk will commence at 11 a.m. on Good Friday. The 5 Points Church will be open at 10 a.m. for light refreshments and just light refreshments. So 10 a.m. light refreshments at the 5 Points Church. 10:45 we'll be meeting at the historical park for the walk. 11 o'clock the walk will commence. There will be a shuttle from the 5 Points Church to the historical park for people as well that will be available. So I just want to make sure everybody is clear on the times. It's like an hour before. Everything is an hour ahead before. Not everything is, yeah, if that makes sense. So thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Ms. Tally. If there's no,
Excuse me, Ms. Clerk, would you say that back again? Because I was trying to write it down. I had invited some people to attend that, and it's at 10 a.m.
Right. I'm going to ask if Ms. Tally, and again, I apologize.
Yes.
The information in your pack is what was provided to us at the time. But, you know, that was not the correct information. So I'm going to ask if Councilwoman Tally will go over those times for you again. I
Okay.
apologize. Yeah.
And slow
Yes.
down, Miss Tina.
All righty.
Right.
So again, and because keep in mind, we was in COVID last year, so we didn't have anything last year because of COVID. But 10 a.m., we'll be meeting at the 5 Points Church at 10 a.m., light refreshments and snacks. 10:45, we'll be headed to the historical park. People could take a shuttle down. A shuttle boat will be available to get you to the historical park. Some people have walked it, but there is a shuttle that will be available. And then at 11 a.m., the walk will commence from the historical park.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
okay, are there any other comments? If there's no other comments, roll call vote. Ms. Roscoe,
Yes.
Ms. Williams,
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth,
Yes.
Ms. Abdo,
Yes.
Ms. Tally,
Yes.
Ms. Webb,
Yes.
chair votes yes, motion approved.
Number 5 is public comment, and this is the portion of the meeting for those members of the public wishing to address City Council. The raise hand method will be used to identify those wishing to speak. If you joined this meeting online, use the raise hand icon from the meeting app, and then don't forget to tap the microphone to unmute yourself after you've been acknowledged. If you've dialed in, press the *9 to raise your hand, and then *6 to unmute yourself. After you've been acknowledged by the chair, you will have 3 minutes to speak, and any additional time will be upon the consent of the chairperson. After you've been acknowledged, for the record, we ask that you state your name. And as a reminder, citizens watching, you may submit written comments by email to publiccomment@romulusgov.com before the end of the public comment portion of the agenda. Mr. Chair, I do see one hand raised,
Okay,
and that is from Mayor Burcroft.
all right.
Yeah, just following up because we don't really have unfinished business. Didn't mean to jump in here, but the numbers for the water shutoff, we currently have 407 homes over the shutoff threshold that total about $38,000 owed. So again, depending on what programs and grants are there, that's just kind of an FYI of where we are as of today. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor.
I believe that's Councilwoman Williams. Is your hand raised?
Yes.
Okay.
And just to add to what the mayor said about looking for different programs, Metro Wayne has a program is for the utilities and the water assistance, you know, and that can help to assist any resident that qualifies. You can call the number 313-388-9799, or you can email w/m connect center@waynemetro.org. And there's applications online, you can go and apply, and they have really been helpful with assisting residents all over Wayne County with the utilities and also water assistance. So if that can help the city to get that message out to the to the residents that need assistance, that money is there from the federal government, and they're more than willing to help. It's been a really good program.
Okay, is there any more public comment?
No
If-
more?
No
We'll
more,
close that
no more
part out,
discussion.
Madam
All
Clerk.
right. Number 6 is adjournment, and the time is 6:52.
So moved.
Support.
It's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Mrs. Tally for adjournment. Mr. Wadsworth,
Yes.
Ms. Tally,
Absolutely, yes.
Ms. Williams,
Yes.
Ms. Webb,
Yes.
Ms. Abdo,
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe.
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Motion approved. We are adjourned.
Good night.